Hello RFD viewers. Today I am in a bus commuter lot to find out if this 2016 Toyota Tacoma Limited is any good. Or should I just take the damn bus? Let's subject this Toyota to a series of tests. This Tacoma is over 17 feet long. The days of the compact truck are over. Compared to the 2015 F-150 we had, this is only 3 feet shorter. The difference? An 8-foot bed versus a 5-foot bed. So this is a 3.5 liter V6 Toyota engine, 278 horsepower. Not too bad. Doesn't weigh all that much. That's about 4,400 pounds, which, is pretty good for a truck. Again, the F-150 we tested, 325 horsepower from a 2.7 liter EcoBoost. It's more economical, you say? And not exactly. This is 1823 City Highway. That was 1926. Nears it makes no difference potentially, but for a truck that weighs a lot more, has 50 more horsepower, got to give it to the Ford. All right, let's take a look on the inside. So, truck size matters, right? Size matters, right? As I mentioned, it's 3 feet shorter than an F-150, but it has a 3 feet shorter bed. So in theory, that's where the size difference comes from. Inside, it's not that big. I know I should not be that surprised considering it's determined to be a mid-sized truck, but it is not that big in here. I hate these seats. For $40,000, I'm a bit of a seat snob. I don't like the way, I don't like how hard they are. I don't like the fact that it's manual adjustment. I get a little lumbar love here for my 39-year-old back. I cannot get comfortable. I've spent hours driving this and I just can't get comfortable. The ride is awful. Just awful. I get that it's known as a great off-roader, and that's great if you're in your 20s and you don't care. Not to sound old and crotchety, but I care. Drive a lot of cars, and for 40 grand, I want to be comfortable. In the Ford, I was comfortable. I hate to keep going back to that, but that's our only metric here. We're comparing it against another truck, the leading truck even. I like this infotainment system. Works really well, easy to use, except for one little annoying bit that I'll show you in a moment. Everything's laid out pretty well. I like the steering wheel controls. They work very well. Standard moonroof up here, which is nice. It does not have that in the Ford. For 40 grand, I do think you get some decent luxuries in here. Leather, blind spot warning, automatic temperature, climate. It works pretty well. I just don't love it as a daily driver. I don't know, dude. I think my dad used to have one of these. I'm going to show you a feature that I really don't like. I gotta turn up the volume. I change the station every damn time. I guess I'll just stick with the plus and minus on the steering wheel. No, it doesn't. Yes, it seems to be. Alright, so we can't not take this thing off-road, so we're going to engage. That's 4 high, you have to push it in 4 low. That's 180. Some stuff flashing on the dashboard. Okay, I think we're ready for low. It's a very technical course here. 4 lows engaging. Here we go. Yes, it totally goes off-road. Way off. No, not really. Alright, so to summarize, what do I think of this truck? I don't get it. I don't understand. I used to think this was the truck that I wanted if I got a truck. I used to have kind of a thing for the Tacoma. I saw it, doing off-road stuff and looked fun and interesting, and I don't need that big old truck. And then I drove an F-150 and I was like, wow, this is a very nice truck. It rides well, and I'm not a truck guy, but maybe because it's heavier, it hits the bumps and the potholes are more absorbed because of the weight. I don't know, this is light, it doesn't ride well. I did not enjoy driving it on a daily basis. For $23,000 you can get one of these sort of entry level, and that's pretty good. Cheapest F-150 you're gonna start around 26. So, but then again, you start optioning things, and I don't necessarily understand the point of the smaller truck. If you have an 18-foot garage or an 18-foot parking spot, or you drive into the city every day, I don't know. I'm not sure the extra few feet really matters all that much, but it does when you need to haul, a 6-7 foot dresser or something. In this, it's going to be hanging off the tailgate. So I also, if you have to have a Toyota, you can spend 38 grand on a Toyota Tundra Limited, which is similarly spec'd and bigger, nicer. Not that this isn't a nice truck. I think for a mid-sized truck, it's quite nice, and I respect that Toyota has actually kept a mid-sized truck on the market all these years. As you've seen, most of the others have, with the exception of GM recently, have abandoned that market altogether. So I appreciate the fact that it's still in existence, and maybe they're not spending the money on this that they're spending developing the Tundra, because why would they? They're probably not selling as many. I have to remember to check that later. So in the end, I just don't get it. I didn't love it. It has its moments. If you really need to haul something and you really need to go off-road, I guess. I was more comfortable in the 2012 Wrangler 4-door that I daily drove for a little while. It's a little less economical, similarly priced. So I guess I just don't understand when you start to map everything else out. So in the end, Toyota, sorry to say, I think I'm just gonna take the bus.